Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. Thanks for coming to hang out with me for another Clash of Clans video. Today we're going to be talking about the new meta of DRAGBAT attacks at Town Hall 10. After all the bat spell nerfs, what different attack strategies for DRAGBAT? Yes, there are different strategies for it that are still working really well right now.
Nerf this!
If any of you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, put a thumbs up on it, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss another video. I'm doing new Clash of Clans videos for you guys every single day. Let's get into these DRAGBAT attacks. Like I said, 3 different examples to show you guys. 3 different strategies because of 3 very different bases. Now the first one is going to be very standard, alright? Look at the army down in there. It's pretty much all dragons and bats. Honestly, and I did this attack in our CWL playoff match versus Crazy Monkey. The only reason I had those 4 balloons was because I didn't know if there was going to be a Tesla farm somewhere on the entry that would really screw up my funnel. You don't want to have your funnel screwed up. So those 4 loons, if I knew there was no Tesla farm screwing up the funnel, honestly, I wouldn't even have brought the 4 loons with this composition. It would have just been all dragons. Because if you look at this base, we got all the air defenses and a single target grouped up on one side of the base, you know, and I mean that sounds like a horrible idea now, but that used to be a pretty strong anti-air base, just not anymore. So we look at this side of the base that I'm going to come in from. There's really nothing that's going to hurt dragons too much over there. All right, those air defenses and that single target inferno aren't until the back side of the base. And so what I'm going to do is bring in my queen on this side and a dragon so that my queen can funnel these buildings right in through here. Cut in a nice funnel for my dragons to just kind of get right into the base there. And then I'm going to use my king, kind of like right here, to funnel these buildings. And then a dragon on the other side to keep my king focused, alright? So that's kind of the idea behind this. And then the rage and all the bat spells are going to come down right on that first group of air defenses. But you want to wait until the dragons get in there pretty close so that they're tanking some of these other defenses. Tanking this archer tower, that sort of thing. Even, honestly, the sweeper will even get distracted on your dragons, and that way it won't be pushing your bats around. So that's why on this base, like I said, I would have just, if I knew where the Teslas were, I would have just brought all dragons and bats. No need for a freeze spell, because if you look at those air defenses back there, there's no splash damage that can even reach those air defenses, alright? No splash damage at all, so didn't need a freeze, was able to bring an extra max bat spell in my CC. So there we go, it's going down just like I told you it would. Queen working on one side of the funnel, King working on the other side of the funnel. Stone Slammer coming in a little bit behind the dragons, and since I didn't have to burn those loons to get rid of a Tesla farm at the start, I just kind of throw them in behind the dragons as well, because they'll do some good work in the base as well. So as far as rage spell, on this composition you're going to have 1 rage for the dragons and your 2nd rage for the bat spell. Now you might already have planned exactly where you want to use that rage spell, but I'm going to tell you, you want to be flexible on using that first rage spell, because if you use it where you planned on using it and there's only 2 or 3 dragons in it, you're not getting great value for that rage. So be flexible on where that rage is going to go down, and look where the most dragons are. Where the most dragons are congregating, that's where you're going to want to use that rage, because you're going to get a lot more value out of it. Now you'll see those bat spells in the rage on the backside did not get down all 4 air defenses. Before the nerf, they would have definitely gotten down all 4 air defenses, but you know what they did do? They got down 3 air defenses and a single target inferno. That's plenty of value. Dragons and loons can deal with 1 air defense. That's fine. If your bats can account for, or if you can somehow account for 3 out of 4 air defenses in a base, you're going to have a lot of success with DRAGBAT. And then there's going to be times where you can account for all 4 air defenses in a base. Maybe you sui your queen at the start to grab 1, and they get the backside 3 with bat spells, you know, and you don't have to worry about any air defenses. If you see a plan for that, DRAGBAT's going to work really well for you. Other times, you know, you might sui for 1 air defense at the start, and you might get 2 air defenses on the backside with bat spell, leaving your dragons to deal with maybe 1 air defense and a single target inferno or something. Usually you're going to have success with that too, as long as you funnel properly. Hey, be sure to stick around for the last attack, the last example I'm going to give you, because it's going to be a QUEENWALK DRAGBAT that I did that is very, very powerful. Aside from having success with it in this war, I also was practicing with it quite a bit, and it is Very, very strong. I was wrecking bases in it with practice that I would never thought to use it on. So be sure to stick around for the third example I'm going to show you guys. So here's a good example of a base where you're not going to get all 4 air defenses on the backside. Let's take a quick look here. We got 3 air defenses on the backside. That's a lot. They're covered by only 1 splash damage building, this multi-target Inferno. So you'll see in his composition, he's got a max freeze. He elects to bring a max freeze instead of a max bat spell because that max freeze will freeze that for longer than his level 5 freeze would have. So there we go. That freeze is going to come down on the multi, letting the back spells have free reign on these 3 air defenses. Now on this side over here, he could have tried to sue his queen for that air defense. Granted, it would have been, you know, it's not a sure thing. Not with that single target Inferno there. Might have got it, might not have. She might have got distracted. That's one option. Instead, he's going to sue his queen down here because he sees a ton of trash that she's going to be able to reach without getting targeted and going to establish a really good funnel for this side of the DRAGBAT attack. Now, he's also going to send his king down on this side. Obviously, his king's not going to get that air defense, but he is going to be able to funnel those outer buildings. Now, for that air defense that he not going to pick up with anything else, he brought a hound in his composition to deal with that air defense, and he's going to drag that hound. There we go. You see that hound come in? Look at this. Look where he places the hound. Instead of dropping it straight out from it, he's going to place it out a little ways so that it has to drag across all these defenses in here, pulling any more potential traps as it can along the way. Stone Slammer's also coming in straight at that single target Inferno air defense combo, so also tanking those for the dragons as well. The hound came across, man. It ended up pulling 1 or 2 black bombs. I think it pulled 1 black bomb, and then it tanked the air defense. It tanked that single target Inferno. So that single target and that air defense between the Stone Slammer and the hound never even got off a shot on a dragon, and that's why he's got so many healthy dragons coming into the backside of this base. So he waited till the dragons got back there to where they were tanking some stuff, and then he dropped the rage, the freeze, and all of his bat spells immediately on that multi-target Inferno, and they're going to take out, they've already taken out 2 air defenses, now they're going to take out that 3rd air defense as well. So beautiful attack by Dial on this one. Very nice answer for that 1 air defense and single target Inferno that he had to deal with on the entry. He used a combination of the Stone Slammer with loons in it and a hound pulling across the base to do some excellent tanking to save all those dragons for the backside of that base, and as a result, really crushed that base hard. Now it's time to take a look at this QUEENWALK DRAGBAT that I was telling you guys about, and I've got to tell you, I really like this attack. I like this attack a lot. This attack worked really well on any base where you can get 2 exposed air defenses with the QUEENWALK on the outside of the base. That's what I found. If you get 2 exposed air defenses on the outside of the base with the QUEENWALK, this is an excellent choice. And look at this composition. You can bring 4 healers and still have room for 9 dragons. That's a lot of dragons, you guys. And a wizard to help your king side of the funnel as well. So let me tell you guys the plan. Queen was going to come down up here, and she was supposed to walk this one and this one right over here, walking those 2 air defenses. Now, if you come down here, we're going to have to deal with a single target Inferno, but there's no splash damage that can reach it. So raged bats are going to be a really good option. And this wizard tower does reach the last air defense, but check this out. The plan was for the dragons to come in on this side, move in through the base. So I figured by the time the bats came down and got over here, that I should have dragons already tanking this wizard tower and not need to bring a free spell for it. So the plan for this side was just a wizard on this building right here so that the king would hit this one and walk all the way up. I wanted him to clean most of this side of the base. He didn't get quite as far as I wanted, so I should have put a couple more dragons on here, but you guys get the idea. So basically, the section that the dragons are going into, you know, right up here and in here, they're not going to have to deal with any air defenses as long as I time it right. The queen's going to take out the first 2. The bat spells are going to take out the single and the last 2 air defenses as well, leaving, you know, 0 air defenses or single target Infernos for 9 dragons to get through with a rage and a Stone Slammer. And I'll tell you what, 9 dragons and a rage and a Stone Slammer can get through a base with no air defenses and single target Infernos just fine. So you'll see up there, my king didn't get quite as far as I wanted him to. I should have put another dragon over there to kind of help establish that side of the funnel a little bit better. So Actually, in this composition, I had room for 3 rages. Since I didn't have to bring a freeze, I brought 3 rages, 2 for the dragons, and 1 for the bat spell. So very, very nice. Now, if my bats had had to take care of more air defenses than just the 2, then I would have had to bring more bat spells. Wouldn't have enough room for rages, but look at that. Look at that coming down. Bat spells coming down, and sure enough, just like I said, just like I was hoping, this wizard tower is being tanked by those dragons by the time the bats even start heading in that direction. So this base is wrecked, you guys. This is a really strong attack. I really like it. I was hitting bases that I would have never even thought to try it on, just, you know, in FCs, but it was crushing them. It's crazy, combining the power of that QUEENWALK. You know, and that QUEENWALK can do a lot of damage when the dragons are tanking a lot of those air targeting defenses. So, you know, I didn't have to use a rage on her or anything. I did have to pop the ability because she got in range of that single target inferno. But look at all the dragons left. Look at that full health queen left with all her healers still. This is a really strong strategy, you guys. It works really well on bases where you can pick up 2 air defenses with your QUEENWALK. And if you time it right, you're not going to need to rage her. You might have to pop an ability at some point, but if she's working alongside those dragons, they're going to tank for her. She's going to tank for them. It works really well. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys liked the video. This is supposed to be, you know, giving you guys different ideas for different kind of bases, because you can find a DRAGBAT solution to a lot of bases. Not all bases anymore, but you know, if you keep an eye out for these things that I'm showing you with these 3 different attack strategies at Town Hall 10, you're gonna think of crushing DRAGBAT plans on a lot more bases than maybe you saw those plans on before. So with that, hope you guys liked the video. If you haven't already, check out the details below my videos. In there, I have links to all my social media, including my Twitter, and more importantly, my Discord server, which is the best place to get a hold of me, easiest place to hang out with me. Also, WHF Family Recruiting Discord server. WHF is recruiting max 12s, max 11s, max 10s. Heroes and offense have to be maxed. Defenses have to be pretty much maxed, but you know what? Walls do not have to be maxed. That's a crazy grind. We understand that. So walls don't have to be maxed before you can apply. Check that link out in the details below all my videos, including this one. Have the link to that Discord server in there. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.